Welcome back to the channel, everyone. CryptoTakeOver here, coming back with another Bitcoin cryptocurrency video for you today. Taking a look at the news articles and then jumping on over into the charts. Bitcoin struggles below $40,000, upside limited as trend weakens. This is by CoinDesk. We're going to take a look at that and then jump over into our own charts using our own indicators, see what we might be playing out for us too as well. Folks, if that sounds interesting, go ahead and stick around and let's cue that intro. So Bitcoin right now hovering at about $35,000, and we've been kind of still pretty stagnant here in these areas. And so we're going to take a look at the charts here in a second, see what we have drawn out for us. And then also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way y'all can stay updated each and every single video that we make on this channel. I've been keeping all of our private members up to date 24/7, keeping them posted on what the market's doing as well. If I don't make videos, I'll make sure to keep our private members up to date, and we just use Patreon as a payment processor. Everything that we post is inside of our Discord server. So definitely join us over there if you haven't already. And then let's see what we got here. Bitcoin is struggling to get above $40,000. BTC remains in a tight trading range as an uptrend weakens. Upside appears to be appears limited this week. Bitcoin failed to sustain moves above 39,000 last week, which was followed by a series of low price highs. There is a strong resistance around 37,600, which could limit upside this week. At press time, the largest cryptocurrency was changing hands around 36,500. While the long-term uptrend remains intact, slowing momentum and tightening trading ranges are keeping buyers on the sidelines. The relative strength index, RSI, is not yet overbought on the hourly chart, which could support a brief price bounce towards $37,000 as resistance. The daily RSI continues to hover around the oversold levels. However, the weekly RSI is not yet oversold, suggesting sellers could remain in control. Bitcoin is down about 2% over the past 7 days and has been stuck in a tight range between 34,000 and 39,000. Volatility has declined from extreme levels in May, but remains elevated related to April. So yeah, it looks like we got a little brief chart here with some RSI indicators. Looks like this is the hourly chart. Still shows that we might have some upside there. Oh, it's going to taking us into trading view. Let's see if we can just zoom in. Nope. It's not going to let us do that. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So if we kind of zoom out here, we can see that, you know, it does look like our 100 EMA on the hourly, which was at about 36,000, hasn't quite been tested yet. We're still at about $35,000 right now. And then our RSI was sitting, you know, about the 57% range. We want to get into that overbought area to see, well, we want to start continuing to move there. It does look like we are still moving there in our hourly chart. But let's see. Let's just go ahead and jump on over into our charts, folks, and see what we got saying for us over there. All right, so we usually start on our daily chart here, folks. And first thing that I want to kind of break down on the daily chart, first, Bitcoin price is at about $35,600 right now. And we're still seeing a little bit of sideways movement here. Let me go ahead and make sure we don't end the video too early for us. All right, here we go. So we're still seeing that our daily chart is showing that we are still kind of moving sideways. We were in this symmetrical triangle here. We thought we broke out to the upside and it ended up being a fake out. And then now we had a break below our trend line here. So we could definitely still see a little bit more of a sell-off. We're going to have to see if this trend line actually wants to play out a little bit more for us. As of right now, we haven't had any buy signals on the daily charts just yet. One thing that I do notice here though, folks, is that we can start to see this little bitty stair step pattern playing out for us on Market Cipher. So let's go ahead and zoom on into Market Cipher here. And Market Cipher on the daily is showing us this kind of nice little stair step pattern here that continues to move further to the upside. This for me definitely indicates that we're probably going to come up to test the zero pivot point and then maybe see another little rally from there too as well. So let's actually zoom out here really quick, just see if the daily chart or the 2-day chart. This is our 2-day chart with Market Cipher. We are seeing a big green dot down here as well. Money flow is still looking relatively thin. We've seen the money flow start to die off, and then we've had our sell-offs here with BTC after $36,000 or so. And from that point, we are definitely looking to still maybe range sideways. Our momentum waves are starting to push back up above that 60% level on the 2-day, and then on our 3-day chart, nice green dot down there. 4-day green day chart, 4-day chart also giving us a bullish divergence. This is relatively bullish for the most part. It's definitely going to take a while for us to play out this bullish divergence if it wants to play out, but I'm thinking that you know, towards probably the end of June, that's when we'll start to see some recovery in this market. Let's just glance over the 5-day No green dots just yet on our 5-day or 6-day, but I definitely think that we're in a close bottom here, folks. Looking at the daily chart, we're still seeing the stair-step pattern here with Market Cipher as well. And then we can zoom on into our hash ribbons chart here. Our hash ribbons did give us another capitulation signal as well. We never got our buy signal after we were starting to recover out of our capitulation in our last signal over here. We never got our buy signal. And then we had another capitulation also happen there, another capitulation signal. We're still probably going to move sideways for a little bit longer to then give us that buy signal. The recovery will start to take place, and we'll start to see Bitcoin probably continue to rally here. Market Cipher has definitely given us a heads up here, though, that this is potentially more or less possibly a bottom. Our 3-day money flow still looks really strong here too as well. If we are to zoom out on our 3-day, we can kind of reference back to see where price levels were at when our money flow started dying off during our last bull run on our 3-day chart, which would be back in 2017. You know, we had big sell-offs, we had big green dots down there too as well, and money flow just continued to rise to that 60% level. So I'm looking forward to probably having another big wave to the upside here, maybe with our 3-day chart as well. Our 4-day chart still looks relatively good. I do kind of want to zoom out here on our 4-day chart and also take a look at our previous bull run to see what our money flow was doing there. Our money flow was just steadily increasing here all the way through 2017, and making sure that, you know, the bull run continued pretty much from there. We did have a similar kind of money flow here back in 2019. I believe, yeah, it was 2019. And then we had the Corona dump, led to a little bit of a red money flow wave down here for us as well. And then now in 2021, we are starting to see price rally again, and we have a relatively big momentum wave here for us on Market Cipher. I mean, big money flow wave. So this big money flow wave is probably still going to take time to play out, but we know that that money flow was riding all the way up at the 60% level during 2017 for quite a while. So before we had our big sell-off, you can see that we started to peak out here in 2017. With our money flow, we started to die down a little bit, but we're still having these large spikes here, and these large spikes still led us to a further bull run to the upside. So I am looking forward to that, to seeing how this plays out. Obviously, quite a bit of a scare out and shake out of our bull market rally as of right now that has happened. But if we start to zoom in just a tad bit, we can still see that prices probably are still going to want to recover here in the near-term future. Taking a look at the 12-hour, I do think that this is just more of a consolidation range as of right now. And this consolidation range will probably end up wanting to just move sideways for the most part. More or less, I think that what we're going to have to look forward to here is probably getting rid of this line. And then once we get past our yellow trend line above head, that would probably give us a nice little rally to the upside here. It does more or less look like we are putting in somewhat of an ascending triangle here on some of the lower time frames. So we can take that for reference for what it is and just kind of go with the flow there. You know, I think that we're just going to have to kind of mess with this bottom trend line here. I don't think that we have much more room to the downside necessarily. We could see one big more major sell-off. Obviously, we're still in a capitulation phase with our hash ribbons too as well. But what we're going to look forward to is breaking above $39,000, $40,000 or so. I would say once we break above $40,000, then more than likely we're going to get that buy signal on the hash ribbons. But more or less, this is just probably more consolidation, more of an accumulation point of aspect before the end of the month, and then seeing what the end of the month has in store for us here. Starting to glance over some of these mid time frames, you can still see the money flows wanting to recover on some of the mid time frames as well. And I think we're just going to have to remain patient right now. I think, as Benjamin Cohen says on his channel, time is on our side when it comes to Bitcoin. And I don't think that we peaked out just yet with our bull run. I think we still got quite a ways to go for the end of the year for us to continue to peak out. The daily chart here with this stair-step pattern to the upside on Market Cipher is just a dead giveaway that we're probably going to have a nice movement sideways, but probably once we get past our zero pivot point here and get back into that bullish territory, more than likely we're going to have a nice little rise there too as well. So I definitely want to keep a close eye on the daily chart. It's probably going to take a while to play out, folks. I'm not expecting any big moves as of right now. I think what we're looking forward to is closer to the end of the month to start to see the prices start to recover. So by all means, I think that this is just a great time to continue to dollar cost average if you are getting into Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, folks. And don't forget, we also have our private trading group page. We have a list of certain altcoins that we're getting into and that we're dollar cost averaging into. If you want to access that private list, be sure to join us through our private trading group page. We just use Patreon as a payment processor. Everything that we post is inside of Discord. If you have any questions, feel free to message me too as well, folks. And then don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way y'all can stay up to date each and every single video that we make on this channel each and every single day. And with that being said, I will see you all in the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.